All right, so I am doing a recipe, combining two recipes for a keto apple pie. I learned about it, of course, from my favorite YouTube personality is Half a Little Low Carb, and I watched this video a couple times, and now I'm going to try it myself. I just wanted to show you. Well, I want to combine the two recipes um, that he did on his channel, and yeah, give it a try. I make my own apple pie based off of the things, the positive and the negative things that I heard him say in the video. This is interesting because this feels like I thought I peeled it. Oh, that's my other crab rangoon fat bombs, but for the week. But I just wanted to mention that this actually feels kind of like an apple or a pear. Interesting. I guess I should try to taste it. Let's see. Doesn't smell like anything. No flavor. It's neutral. Crunchy like what is that? Like maybe an apple. I mean, honestly, maybe just a little bit like like an apple that's just not as ripe. I am looking forward to letting you guys see how this, comes out. This is the skin from I think it's called Chayote or whatever. Maybe one day I'll learn the proper way to say it. I'll come back and just kind of update you on how this is pretty cool. This looks like an avocado. Just want to show you that. I think this is the seed behind it. It's really weird. The other ones didn't look this way. I didn't cut it this way. So, the seed is now their pot. It is interesting, like when you peel the skin, it has like a kind of a slight slimy, weird texture. It's kind of weird, but nevertheless, I'm slicing them up. I got the last two pieces to slice up. Then I'm gonna let these boil until they become fork tender, according to this recipe. And then we're gonna drain it and throw all of our lovely spices in. Well, what you look at here, I done made me I think it's Chayote apple pie. All right, it is just ready at 30 minutes. I'm gonna take it out. With this recipe, I did a lot of stuff on my own. I really, really did merge the two recipes, and I will list them. But I took the crust recipe from the Chayote recipe apple pie. And I actually did not have any like gelatin or I think it's called psyllium husk. So I used like one teaspoon? Yeah, 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum to help it, look at that. To help it hold together the crust. Then I only did a recipe for half the crust amount because I knew I didn't want all the carbs that was going to come along with it. But I still got a decent amount of crust on the top. The inside is pretty filled. I taste my filling as it was cooking, and I think it's okay. But other than that, the texture of the Chayote was, like I said earlier, like a pear or like an apple. So this is it. I'm gonna let that cool down for a while. And according to the way I did this recipe, because I used 2 different sweeteners, I just kind of started winging it the way I normally like my apple pie. But of course I substituted for the Swerve confectioner sugar and the stevia. So I did kind of a mix of that. And I'm hoping it tastes really good. So I will come back and let you know how the first bite tastes. All right, I'm getting ready to cut into this wonderful apple pie. I have to cut this into 16 slices. And according to my computations on my app, my nutrition app, I can, the slice will be about 5 carbs. So I will show you what 16 slices looks like, and we'll plate it and have you take a look at it. So there it is. I cut out a 16th and I plated it so that you can see just how yummy it looks. It does look good. It looks like an apple pie. And the crust is holding really well. Really well. Like I said, I kind of merged the two of the recipes that Highfalutin Carb recommended, that I won't say recommended, but that he experimented on. And now I am going to taste it, and I hope that it delivers, because this is my last meal of the night. Okay. Let's see. Texture is very apple-like. Well, it's okay. I mean, it's not bad at all. It is, I mean, it's not an apple pie. I don't get like this is not an apple replacement. Like, the texture is actually really good. Or maybe I could have boiled the chayote a little longer. Chayote. I want to call it the coyote so bad. Perhaps I could have boiled it longer to make it even more tender. Also, I would like to put some more, maybe have some more butter in this crust. Or, I don't know. I'd like it to be a little sweeter. I think we got some potential here, though. It's got potential. Definitely. So, there it is. I mean, I need to think on this and see what I would do to really give it more of that. I mean, you know what? I think I just needed to make these a little bit more tender. And with that happening, I think more of the spices and the flavor would have seeped in. But it's fine for now. Maybe get like a keto whipped cream on top of it. It could be sweeter. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Sweetness. So, all right, I'm gonna eat this. Anyway, I do have some whipped cheesecake mousse, keto cheesecake mousse that I made last night. I'll put a little, like a dollop of that on here. And I think that's gonna help it be sweeter. But at least I know that, you know, I can do something with this. I can sweeten it up with some of my keto sweeteners. It's gonna add more carbs, but I'm gonna figure this out, because this is okay, but I know I can do better. Okay, so I know I said I was done, but I was just not happy with the way that this pie turned out. And my husband pretended to like it as he cringed eating the slice. My son came in with the absolute truth. He took a bite and was like, no. So I took the top off the crust, which was actually easy. I just took it right off, scooped all of the inside out, put it back in a pot, hit it with some more of that Swerve confectioner sugar, like another 31 grams. I did another half of a lemon juice, squeezed that into the pot, let it cook a little bit longer, and I did just drowned it in some cinnamon. I added this time some ground cloves, which added some really nice flavor. And what else? I don't know if I did need more nutmeg. Oh, and the ground ginger. So that brought it a long way. Maybe I should use fresh ginger. I have some too. That brought it a long way. So it tastes a lot better now. Yeah, it works. Way better. I did some more vanilla as well. One thing I had in my refrigerator from yesterday, I whipped some cream cheese with I think it was the Swerve confectioner sugar or the stevia, whatever. I was going for like a whipped cheesecake mousse that I could eat. So what does work, and I will redo this entire recipe. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do an open faced. No, I don't need this crust needs help. I don't like the flavor of the crust. It's very bland. It's like just eating baked almond flour with water. It's not buttery. It's not giving you all the things that you want with any pie crust. So anyway, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this again. Or maybe I should just save it. Maybe I should freeze it. And then, maybe I will. We'll see. Make some more of this cheesecake whip, which is really good. And then we'll just do an apple pie cheesecake with a crustless apple pie cheesecake. That would be really good. I can't say what the carb count is on this, but I know if I get rid of this almond flour, that's gonna help a lot. But adding the cream cheese whip, which was delicious, was really tasty. We'll add, some more carbs to it. So maybe in the end, this might only be, still 5 carbs a slice. After I improve it. So I will keep working on it. Maybe next weekend I will redo it. At this point, my husband is just dipping he's using this as like a chip and dip. So he's literally taking this and just dipped in there and with the topping, with the top of this was the top. Whatever, no one's gonna eat that. Layla, my daughter, told me it was only edible. So I think she was being nice. Well, all right. So that is the whole story with the apple pie. It is kind of saved. With the help of that, it really tastes flavorful. So trial and error, I suppose.